Let's replace something store-bought with something homemade. My kids like these Ritz Bits crackers, and no shot against Ritz. I grew up on stuff like this, but there are 22 ingredients per tiny little cracker. So we're gonna make some homemade sourdough berry muffins that have just 11 ingredients. I can pronounce them all and I know exactly what they all are. Here's everything that we need to make these, including berries that are out of the picture right now. You could pretty much put whatever you want inside these muffins. You don't just have to be blueberry. All right, let's bake. We have roughly 1.5 cups of frozen berries, and we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of flour and then mix them up. The flour is going to help the berries stay intact and not completely spread out everywhere when the muffins are baking. Next, we're adding 1 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to do half a teaspoon because I don't like a lot of salt in our food or a lot of sugar. And then we're just going to mix those dry ingredients together. We're gonna take our 1/2 cup butter. Mine's frozen, it just came out of the freezer, and we're gonna melt that in the microwave. While that's melting, we're gonna add a 1/2 cup sugar. I'm using a 1/2 cup, recipe calls for 3/4 cup, but 1/2 cup sugar to our wet ingredient bowl and 2 eggs. We're gonna cream them together. I'm using a spatula. This can also be done in a stand mixer. We're gonna add in our sourdough starter, and you can use active starter or discard. 1/2 cup of milk and our melted butter. We're gonna add in a tablespoon of vanilla, and we're gonna mix it to combine. Next, we're gonna add in our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients, mix until it's combined. Those berries in there, don't overmix the berries, just mix until they're just combined. I find that this recipe consistently gives me 17 to 18 muffins if I make them all large. Sometimes I'll do mini muffins, but then the kids want like 2 or 3, and I may as well just have made large muffins to begin with. So I like to use an ice cream scoop. You can obviously use whatever makes your heart sing. And then we're gonna pop them in the oven at 400 degrees for 17 minutes in my gas oven. Could be a little bit longer if you're electric. Our muffins are done baking and they turned out amazing. Full of berries, nice and soft, and delicious.